about what I call a muse. I love having muses. For me, those are the people, whether they're alive or long dead, whether they're celebrities or people in my environment, people who have said or done something that has opened the doors to make my world a little bit bigger. They showed me that something I couldn't even imagine was possible. And those people, well, I love collecting them. I love having a place like a vision board where I have their faces because that reminds me of what I learned from them and how that brought magic and possibilities and optimism into my life. Eckhart Tolle is one of those muses for me because I listened in the darkest times of my life, and I'm very lucky to say that they could have been darker. I have a very blessed life, but I've had my share of sadness at times, and that's when I discovered him. And I was listening to his audiobooks and doing drawings and colorings, and in his own voice, it was really cool. At first, it was a bit challenging for me because I like to be like in high energy, and he's very calm. And I think that's one of the things he taught me is that he is someone who will wait for the words and sentences to come from the present moment. He will not talk from a place where he has learned by heart things that he thinks he should say. He will just wait until the feelings, the truth comes to him. And so Eckhart Tolle has written a book called The Power of Now. And there are lots of books out there from his seminars and things like this. And what I have learned from him is that our spirituality and our reasoning could really come together. He will say things like why desire is not a bad thing in itself, as religion can turn it into something very dark and to be feared or avoided. But he will just tell us that if you're in the moment and you suddenly desire something, well, suddenly the moment feels imperfect and as if it was lacking something, and the desire projects you into wanting something, imagining it in a specific way. And in the future, if you do reach that desire, well, maybe it won't exactly be in the way that you imagined it. And so now you have another present moment that is ruined because your ego got attached to the image of what you imagined. So this is just one thing that showed me that, wow, things that were taught to us maybe as children through fear could actually be understood practically. And so he has a lot of more things like this to teach and to inspire us. But this is just an example because also for me, a muse doesn't have to be someone you know everything about them. You don't need to admire, adore them, objectify them. And it's just that one nugget, that one gift that they gave to your life so that your horizons could expand. And so there are many other people like Stephen Hawking. Why do I know everything about this person? No, but just the fact that that scientist wrote a book about something very complex. I think it was a brief story of time, and I was thinking, wow, this is an invitation to us mortals, people who are not experts in science, first of all, to be allowed to have opinion about science, to be invited to try to understand the secrets, the magics of our universe through math and science and observation. I tried, I will not lie, I didn't understand everything I read, but it was quite fun. And so thinking that, wow, we are all, without a diploma, without any labels, invited to be inspired and to be in touch with everything in this world. And RuPaul, well, RuPaul is the mother of all drag queens and of living colorfully and bravely and proudly and humbly and all these things. And you can just check all these people if you want, or go find your own muses. But I find it very, very inspiring to be in contact and looking for muses all the time in our lives, because being inspired by someone shows us the potential that's in there in our own selves, because you could not recognize the nice stuff that people are doing if you didn't have it in your neurology, if you didn't have it in your own natural potentials. So this is not just to feed your ego, this is just also to feed into your own self-belief and self-love. And so creative identities are, I think, fed by this type of potentiality driven look and belief in life. That's what I wanted to share with you today.